Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our FE webinar for Level 2 and Level 3 AT in Southwest College for entry now in September 2020. My name is Micah Gillen. I am the coordinator of Level 3 in the OMA campus, and I'll be getting this kicked off here today. And you'll meet some other lecturers, Paki, Fiona, Melanie, and John, who will also be doing a wee bit of presenting during this session. And we're going to cover AT in the OMA, Enniskillen, Dungannon and Cookstown campuses. All right, so moving on. If you have any questions during our presentation, you will see the Q&A panel icon, which is on your screen there, and it is in the top right-hand corner. So at any point you have any questions to ask us, we have a team of lecturers on the other end who is very, very happy to answer them as best as they can. So please feel free to ask away at any point during this here. Now, I am going to pass you over initially to Paki over in the Enniskillen campus to talk to you about the OCR Cambridge Technical Level 2 in IT. Over to you, Paki.
Okay, thank you very much, Michael. Yes, as Michael said, my name is Patrick Donnelly. I'm one of the lecture team based in the Enniskillen campus. And just to begin with, I mentioned that Southwest College, they offer a number of IT and computer courses for further education students. And the first of these is the Level 2 Cambridge Technical Diploma. And this is a qualification that's accredited by an exam body, an English examination body called OCR. This course offers you, the student, an introduction to computing, the concepts of computing, the principles of computing, the practices and the skills. By the end of this course, you'll be by no means an expert in IT, but it does give you a broad flavour of a range of IT subjects and skills. And certainly by the end of it, you'll know if IT is the subject for you. I personally believe it's a relatively nice way to start in IT if you haven't previously studied it. The course itself is a one-year course which you'll be asked to study full-time. And the course is taught at a level of difficulty equivalent to GCSE. It is assessed totally by coursework, which means there are no examinations. And the coursework is marked as either pass, merit and distinction, which may be different to what you've been used to in schools. If you come out of this particular course with a distinction diploma, you'll gain the equivalent of 6 GCSEs in terms of the weight of the qualification, and a pass student will get the equivalent of 4 GCSEs. So what do we look for? We're looking for students who ideally have 2 GCSEs in order to get onto the course, but of course other factors and equivalent qualifications will be considered. Indeed, in the past, we've had many mature students who've got back into education, and this is a lovely starting point for students of that nature. Just to mention the range of different IT subjects that you'll get some experience of. Down the bottom there on the slide, you see you learn how to communicate effectively using IT tools. You learn how to install, fix, and upgrade computer hardware. We also offer you the opportunity to use spreadsheets and database software. You also get the opportunity to create web software and graphics. So there's a broad range of IT skills, and probably most importantly down the bottom, you get an opportunity to do a little bit of introduction to computer programming. And this is very important because computer programming nowadays, as probably will be emphasized later, it's the biggest employment area, or the biggest growing employment area in Northern Ireland, and it's offering fantastic wages. So moving on. As I've already mentioned, you can do this course in either OMA, Enniskillen or Dungannon campuses. So all 3 campuses offer this programme. And in the last number of years, the students have been given a 4-day timetable, which has been really nice because it's allowed quite a few of those students to maintain part-time jobs to work on their day off. And upon successful completion of this course, well, it'll open the door for you to study, if you wish, our Level 3 A-level equivalent programmes, known as a BTEC, but it's also a useful qualification to allow you entry into any of the other colleges' Level 3 programmes. So if you want to progress to sports or travel and tourism, this is a perfectly valid route and means by which to go about that. What we found is many students in the past have used this program to get IT skills and get confident in the use of IT, which has proved a very invaluable skill when they've gone on to study programs that utilize a lot of IT, such as business administration and things like that. So I believe IT skills and knowledge gained in this course will never be wasted, regardless of whether you progress to do future study in IT or whether you move forward into employment. This here, I think, is a very useful qualification. I'll now hand you over to Fiona Keenan, who'll say a little bit about our Level 3 programs. Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy. Good evening, everyone. As you heard, my name is Fiona Keenan, and I am just one of the coordinators for the Level 3 IT programmes on offer within South West College. I'm going to talk to you a little bit this evening about the Level 3 Extended Diploma in IT, which is offered similar to our Level 2 at all of our campuses. It's a 2-year programme consisting of 18 units, which have been chosen to give you with experience across all aspects of IT and to give you the knowledge and practical computing skills that you'll need for further study and for a career in what is a booming industry. The entry requirement for the programme is 4 GCSEs at grade C or above, or indeed the points equivalent. So you may have other qualifications which could also be considered for entry into this course. The programme is accredited through Pearson, and at the end of the first year of your study, you will have completed 9 units, which is the 90 credit diploma in IT, equating to 1.5 A-levels. And at the end of your 2 years, a further 9 units to make up the 18 in total. That's the extended diploma, equating to 3 A-levels, all of which will support you if you wish to progress to higher education, whether that's foundation or honours degrees, into a higher level apprenticeship, and on to employment then in a large range of IT roles. So just moving on. I want to give you a little insight into just some of the units that are on offer within the programme. So as I said, it's 18 units over the 2 years, 9 in each year of study. And those units include things like computer systems and networks, database design, the programming, website development, the very hands-on units like troubleshooting and repair of IT systems, and e-commerce, to name just a few. Each of the units will be delivered, folks, by a team of well-qualified lecturers who are also able to bring industry experience to their delivery. And you as a student will get hands-on experience in dedicated labs and classrooms which offer you industry standard hardware and software. And I have to say, in lovely modern buildings at our Dungannon and Oma campuses, for example. And of course, we're very excited that soon in Enniskillen we'll be moving to our new purpose-built building in a lovely campus setting. The course is assessed, each of your units, folks, entirely through coursework, so you won't have to sit any exams. And each unit will be graded pass, merit or distinction, leading to an overall course grade, which will attract UCAS points should you wish to progress to higher education. And every year we do have quite a number of candidates who do that, whether it's staying in South West College to do so, or progressing directly to universities, including Queen's, Ulster, and a number of the overseas unis. The course is nice and flexible. We typically timetable over 4 days of the week, which leaves you that day to balance your coursework requirement alongside your part-time jobs and your different hobbies and interests that you might enjoy. During the programme, you'll also have tutorial support. You'll have access to our virtual learning environment where you'll be able to get copies of your notes, assignment briefs, etc. You also have access to a very well-equipped learning resource centre, and of course, if anybody requires learning support, whether that's in the classroom or for a small period of time each week, that is also provided within the college. If you don't have your grade C in your GCSE Maths or English, you will also be given the opportunity to take your essential skills if that's required. So moving on again, folks, you might be listening in and thinking, well, is this really the path I need to follow? Is this course suitable for me? So who is it suitable for? There might be some of you who've just completed GCSEs or another level 2 programme and you know that you want to progress to higher education and a career in the field of computing. You might just want to develop your skills in IT to support study and a career in another subject area. You may have completed A-levels or another level 3 course and you want to top up UCAS points. Or you may be a mature student re-entering education with a view to pursuing your career in an IT role. If you fall into any of those categories, this course is suitable for you. Okay, and I hope that you will give it your consideration and get in touch with us if you need any further information, or indeed pop the question into the question and answer box now, and we'll be only too happy to help with those. I'm just going to pass you back to Michael now, who'll give you a little bit more information about studying in South West College. I hope you found that little introduction to the level 3 useful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Fiona. So, as Fiona stated, if you have any questions at this point, whether it's through level 2 or level 3 IT, please feel free to pop them into the Q&A panel there, and somebody will answer it straight away for you. So, why choose SWC to study IT? As both Fiona and Paki said there, they're both 100% coursework-based qualifications. All right, there's no exams in the level 2 or level 3 IT. All right, so if exam is not something that you enjoy, you like, well then this may be an option for you with the 100% coursework. So once you complete your level 2 or your level 3, there's a progression here in South West College. So you can come in either level 2 or level 3 and complete that, and then still in South West College you can move up and do the foundation degree in computing, and starting now this September you can actually also finish your entire honours degree in South West College. So you can come in at level 2 and completely finish your education here with an honours degree in South West College in IT. So you're not moving buildings, not moving cities, not moving away from home. You can stay, have your part-time job, do what you have to do at home, and still come out the other end, out of the building with your full honours degree. And that's something that not many places have to offer, except for South West College. We also have numerous awards and scholarships with the JP McManus Award. We have the Best Awards. We have the World Skills UK. So it goes from small competitions just throughout the different campuses, right through to national and international competitions as well. You also have a chance to take part in the Erasmus trip, in which you will have an opportunity to go to another country to learn how they live, and most importantly as well, see how do they work and get some hands-on experience in work in IT in different countries. As also stated before, the lecturers as teaching on these programs have real life industry experience. So they've learned things by the book, but they've also been out there in the big bad world. They know what employers want. They know what organizations and companies want. So they're able to pass that knowledge on to you along with the topics and subjects you'll be doing here. So you're getting that real life industry in the classroom. We have modern industry standard labs, hardware and software. The hardware and software you'll be using while doing your level 2 or level 3 is the exact same hardware and software you'll be using when you go out in there to the IT sector. All right. Each campus has labs in which you'll be able to do some practical work as if you are in the workplace. We at South West College believe that you learn better by doing, by getting hands-on experience. So you'll be taught the theory behind each topic, but you'll also be doing it. All right. So you'll be going online and you'll be doing the programming. You'll be doing creating the PC builds. You'll be making the networks. So we like everybody getting hands-on experience inside the classroom. And I was stated before already, we have trendy new campuses. Oman and Enniskillen is very fresh. Oman again is very fresh buildings there, and Enniskillen due to open this year or very early next year their new Earn campus, which has been state of the art built for South West College. So moving forward, we are currently in a time of uncertainty in regards to education. Whether people not too sure if it's going to be all online, is it going to be face to face, or we're going to be social distancing, and that's something that's going to become more apparent in the next number of weeks. But for some reason, if there is an element of blended learning, we will not be putting up PDFs or files online and making you work from home on your own. That will not be happening. During the lockdown, all lectures were using Blackboard Collaborate. And it's a piece of software in which you log in and you will see us exactly as you're seeing us now. There'll be places where we can show you presentations, Word documents, videos. We'll be able to talk to you. You'll be able to talk to us, but it's much more friendly as well. You'll be able to see all your classmates, talk to them, talk to us, a more open chat. So whenever, if we are, and it's a big if, be doing some virtual delivery, you will not be left just working on your own at home. You will still be having your classes with us via the medium of online. All right, and we did do this the whole way through the entire lockdown with our students. We've seen them every single day and they've seen us every single day. And I think that's very, very important to reassure yourselves that if there's an element of online, you won't be left on your own. We will be here to teach you exactly as we would do if we were in the classroom. Now, moving on ahead again. Why do IT? Is there jobs in IT? That's usually a thing that we hear. Am I going to get a job at the end of this? And the answer is you're very, very, very highly likely, and you're coming in at a very good time. There is numerous jobs in IT in Northern Ireland. If you just go to NI Job Finder and then type in or look for jobs in IT, you're going to hit the hundreds. All right, 700, 800, 900 jobs. And there is some companies there that we have had students go to before. All right, and we have had some graduate students from Southwest College walk out of the college with a foundation degree, and they've walked into companies making a minimum of £40,000 a year. So is IT a good sector to go into? Most definitely. And it is a job, as we've all seen now over the last 12, 13 weeks, IT is becoming the centre of not just IT companies, of all companies. Every company needs an IT technician. They all have networks. They all have software. They all have apps that need to be built or maintained. And that's what we have to remember. So it's not just IT companies we're going for. It's all companies. And they all need somebody like yourselves coming out with the skills and knowledge that to be able to fill their skills gap. All right. So I'm now going to pass you on to Melanie Alexionoma, who's going to give you a little bit more information on the college itself.
Thank you, Michael. That's great. Evening, everybody. My name is Melanie Thompson. I'm a Computing and IT lecturer on the OMA campus, and I'm briefly going to discuss some great reasons as to why we feel you should study with us at Southwest College. Less course specific, but there will be a little bit of overlap in what maybe you've heard before. This section is more about the opportunities which are afforded to our students by engaging in college life. So excellent quality of teaching and learning, and I think my colleagues have already noted there, Peggy, Fiona and Michael, that throughout our courses we offer so much, but we really do pride ourselves on delivering quality teaching and learning. Whether this tends to take place face-to-face through our annual virtual day, or via blended learning opportunities through lab or practicals. And in comparison to more traditional courses, we offer more flexible timetables. So your traditional routes, maybe in comparison to school offers and things like that, you might find you have an afternoon free, during which of course you could make use of our library, our LRC Learning Resource Centre, as Fiona mentioned earlier. These are essentially libraries in each campus, but they offer PCs and copying facilities. So in other words, you could very much make use of them during your free time to catch up on work, or to go further with that, or to work alongside others if you have group work. One of the core elements, I suppose, of studying a college and choosing to study a college is meeting new people in a diverse, more independent learning environment. We also have an equality and a diversity team, and there are workshops on that provided to students in Southwest College. So it's really at the core of who we are. Health and well-being of our students is also, of course, paramount. The health and well-being of our students is supported by a range of support strategies. They're available to all our students at Southwest College, and some of these would include our student services team, our protection team, counselling facilities, our mental health first aiders team, which has been launched. We have guest speakers that come in and speak to students. We arrange talks, and there's also frequent health and wellbeing campaign promoted throughout the college. Moving on then, pastoral support, something else which is at the heart of what we do. This is really at the core of the holistic development of each of our students. There's a core focus on things like focused induction sessions and settling in period at the beginning. Student engagement monitoring, making sure that you're not at risk. Maybe there's something come up in your course and you need support with that to make sure that you achieve. There are learning mentor support should this be required. There are weekly timetable support sessions in terms of tutorials, and this is useful for getting to know your coordinator, getting to know your class, resolving issues maybe you have in a module, maybe you're trying to get caught up, maybe you'd like to develop a skill set in some area. So it's a really great chance for tutors and coordinators and classes to get together. There's finance guidance offered in student services, and there's things like entrepreneurship workshops which are promoted as well. All of our classes have student class reps elected. There's a student union presence, which of course you're able to get involved in should you choose. You have access to the library, the LRC as we've mentioned, and there's also access to academic workshops for our higher education students. There's student services there at any time should you have a question. You can also go to your course team or course coordinators, and there's also support around things like student hardship funds, etc. Sometimes it's just about being pointed in the right direction to avail of the services that you might need. We do have very supportive staff, and there is an open door policy within our college. Extracurricular activities, of course, Michael had alluded to this. Which was great. We have clubs, which I'll look at in the next slide. There are lots of competitions on offer, like the World Skills Build, the Best Awards, and again, Michael had alluded to this. There are international opportunities. Some of our students a few years ago travelled in IT to Spain. There's access to innovation centres. Our Innotech Centre is a great area for development. We have the Ideas and STEM Centres, which our students frequent, whether this is to develop student skill sets through workshops or to develop their creativity independently. We do pride ourselves on strong community links and social enterprise ethos. The IT team in general work hard to ensure that our modules are linked closely to industry. Rather than work placements, our course will be more focused on project-based learning, particularly the level 3 course. Gives students an opportunity to complete a project there, and these skills are obviously valued by employers. Courses are of course designed to meet employer needs, and we do consider the content around progression as well. Staff have industry experience, established links with local employers, and you will find that you may need to avail of things like a travel pass. There'll be information given out in the EMA, and whether or not you are eligible for free meals. So that all has to be applied for, but again, guidance is provided and the forms as well. There is no uniform, it's college life. On some courses, obviously, there would be PPE, but also in the current climate, it's just something that we'll note just to be aware of. Okay, so moving on. Really here what we want to discuss is just the opportunity that if you are a student at Southwest College, you are entitled to join the clubs and societies. You can also create a club should you have enough interest. So there are existing clubs and societies, things like gaming has been developed, esports, the LGBTQ+, and the Christian Club. The sports academy teams, there's the Gaelic football, there's the soccer, and there's lots more as well. There's more always welcome too. There are some accolades there to All Ireland winning teams this year, the men's Gaelic football team and the soccer team as well. Obviously, something that is very important to us in terms of student well-being is the counselling sessions which are available. These are free, they're confidential. You can go to student services to avail of it. It's available to all students on campus and it's provided by Inspire students. Access to Inspire Students' digital support hub is also available, and there's a mental health first aid team as well. So those are qualified confidential counselling service. Okay, just to note, Starbucks is also on site. All right, thank you. I am now going to pass over to John Lyons, who is going to take you through how to apply online. Thank you.
Hello folks, my name is John Lyons and I teach on the Dungannon campus level 2 and level 3 in IT. I hope that you like the story that you have heard about Southwest College and in particular computing, and if you decide to apply, I'm going to just show you online what steps you need to take. So I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to go to, so the Southwest College website, it is www.swc.se.uk. And here we click apply. We go on the college website and we have lots of different options that you can scroll through and look. But what we're going to look at is applying for a course. So within this section, you will see how to apply online. So how to make your application online. You can click this wee tab, the wee plus sign, and there's a helpful video going through all the different steps about how you wish to apply. What is very important is that before you apply, you need to make sure you have a personal email address. So it won't work with a college or school email address currently. So a C2K email or a .se.uk address. So something, if you use an iPhone, an Apple address, or even a Google address, so a Gmail account will help. So to search for computing, you can go to Learn and Full-Time Courses. And from that then, down the left-hand side, you have lots of different options. So we're looking for computing and IT. Here we have then 6 courses found. So we're looking at OCR Level 2 Cambridge Technical, Diploma in IT. You have the Open University course, which Michael alluded to earlier. We then have lots of the other IT courses with the 90 credit, and then for a Level 3, we'll be looking at the Extended Diploma in Computing. So if we were to click it, we then have the different campuses it's available on. So we have Dungannon, we have Enniskillen, and we have the Oma campuses. So if this is the course which you would like to apply on, you will have to click Add to Basket, which then up in the top right hand corner, it will go into the basket, which we will then click. From this then, we go to enroll and apply for courses. We make sure our selection is correct, and then we enroll and apply. And from this then, you will have to create an account, or you will have to then sign up accordingly and follow the details. So these are the steps which you will take, and as I say, if you follow the video online, it will help you with any questions. But also, if you want to actually, if you want to contact a tutor or contact somebody, it will allow you to contact them. And if you have any problems or concerns, you can get in contact with the college.
Thank you very much, John. That's brilliant. So hopefully you all picked up there the steps you need to follow to apply. All right, moving on then to I think the final slide. If you have any questions, please feel free to pop them in there now. All right. You see there's plenty of questions coming there, and there's lectures, fine answers back. So please do ask anything there. Now, if you do want to get in contact with us, we will get you the 3 coordinator, or sorry, all the coordinators' email address.
Maybe Michael, since I stopped out there, folks. So as Michael was saying, if there's any questions or problems, feel free, as I said, to submit any of the questions, and we'll answer them as soon as possible.
Michael was also just about to mention the different coordinators there. So we will put into the chat facility the 3 coordinators for the different campuses, their email addresses, and you can email them directly if you have any queries not answered in this session.
Folks, and just to say that Southwest College is a great place to come to learn, and you'll make friends for life, and the staff are very, very approachable, and that will allow you to come and enjoy the college and enjoy your education. And what we try and do is make sure that, yes, not only do you have the academic skills, but also that you are approachable and that you're ready for the world of work, that you can deal with any adversity that is thrown at you, and hopefully in time then you become much more employable. So we build a real rounded student that is going to allow you to excel in the world of industry.
Just to reiterate as well, folks, that your journey only starts with Southwest College and the IT programme. There may be some of you there who begin with us now at level 2. do successfully progress on to our level 3, which successful completion of that also will give you the opportunity then to apply for our foundation degree programmes, and within those foundation degree programmes getting the opportunity for work-based learning, which, as John says, leads to a well-rounded qualification and experience base. So we can offer you that progression opportunity. As I say, the journey only just begins with us. And just to reiterate again, if you do have any other questions, folks, please feel free to pop them in to the question and answer box this evening. We're only too delighted to be able to chat to you this evening and to follow up with any information that you might need.
I'm just going to respond here to one question that came through, that the post maybe wasn't seen. Is there any way to fast track the course to get your level 3 qualification faster? Not at the moment was the response. This is a 2-year programme covering 9 units in year 1 and 9 in year 2. So you will have plenty of time to let the information and subject knowledge be absorbed and assessed. Okay, thank you.
Okay, anybody got any more questions for us?
Hi, this is Patrick here in Enniskillen. I'm just going to add a wee note here at the end about the college's technologies. I'm somebody who has taught quite a bit in the various schools in and around Fermanagh, and one thing I can say is that the Southwest College technologies, that's the computers that we have, the services that we provide on those computers, the software that we use is second to none. There is no school in Fermanagh can compete on a level playing park with us in terms of the modern nature of our software and the speed and the performance of the technologies. So if you're coming from a school background where you've maybe had a little bit of frustration with the currency of the software that they're offering, that's one thing that we can say hand on heart say is that we work with the latest versions of software and the latest versions of hardware.
Hello folks, it's Fiona again in the Enniskillen campus. Just to stress as well folks that college staff within the Student Services Department, for example, are available over the summer months should you have any questions which you think of later on or arise later on, particularly those of you who might have questions about maybe student finance or learning support requirements. So feel free to make contact with those departments, including over the summer holidays. I've noticed there we do have a couple more questions popping in, but just while that is happening, I want to thank you all for joining us this evening. As I said, we have been delighted that we've been able to chat to you in some format, and hopefully as well that gives you a little bit of insight as to how sort of practiced we are, I suppose, in the whole blended learning approach, should that be what is required come the September start. So thank you again from all of us. As I say, it has been our pleasure to be able to meet with you this evening, and hopefully we will actually get to meet some of you in person in our courses in September. Thank you very much.